All right. Hey, good morning. So today, this is my last day in London. I'll be going to Paris, France from here, and I'll be spending a few more days there. But before I go, I wanted you to see, for example, a few more things that I didn't show you included in this posting. I do want to give out a big old shout out to all the people I met, because from the day I got here to today, the people in the hotel and the drivers, everybody has been great at their job. These are people who bust their butt, do a good job, and starting with Peter, who picked me up at the airport, a young black man who grew up in England. And as we drove up here, he pointed out the structure that burned down, this giant tower in Kingston, where 80 people died in that structure, all because somebody wanted to make a little extra money on the side, and that was somebody in government. His story, him telling me how that disturbed him, and connecting with him on that level, that human level, that some people should not have to die for others to make extra money, because especially if they're already making money on top of what they're making, how much money is too much. And that was one discussion that we have, conversation. And that's from him to the lady at the front desk, an immigrant woman who quizzed me about her country of origins, and she was an immigrant here in London, from another country, in London, working. And her to him to Peter, all these relationships that I build up, those are some of the most powerful things that occur when I make these travels, and I hope to maintain them. But it's a piece of humanity that I always take with me. And so as I move on to Paris, you'll see before in this posting that I visited and I did a few other things. You'll see some postings from the artist to the bathhouse, for example, the bathhouse, and that's 2,000 years old, and that's where the Romans conquered England. And turned out that the people of England were not the best at hygiene. The Romans took pride in bathing. That's why it's called Baths, the city of Bath. Now, that's nothing new to the people of the indigenous world. Indigenous people from North, Central, and South America, for example, they always bathe. The Europeans were fascinated and surprised to see when they arrived to America and Mexico that people bathe. So that was something that was interesting about the Romans that I hadn't really realized as a history teacher. So as I leave here, I'll be posting a few of those things, as well as some artwork that you'll see that includes some political undertones. One of the things that I learned while here in London, for example, is that a lot of people, it doesn't matter who you ask, they are not crazy about the President of the United States. You say Donald Trump here, and it won't bring a smile to their face. Matter of fact, they're laughing at the United States of America right now. It's kind of a shame. So on a human level, from all these working class people, I'm glad I made it to London. I'm glad I made it to Scotland. I'm glad I made it to England, and spent a couple of days here and got to know a few people, build relationships with a few people who I hope to maintain. So I'm off to Paris this morning. I'll be headed there in about 2 hours, and we'll be crossing the channel. It's an underwater channel, and so I'll be posting from there as soon as I get there. But with all my heart, from London to Madera, California, to Fresno, California, to Tulare, California, and all the people that I know out there. Check out my postings, and I'll be putting up some new postings when I get there. Okay, peace. I'm out. Much love, and we'll see you all.